Hi everyone, and welcome back to Easy Cooking with Linda B. I'm still under the weather. It's taken a long time for me to shake, so I'm going to make another soup today. Now, Bob and I went shopping the other day, and we came across this beautiful head of baby bok choy, and I'm thinking, I'm going to make a soup out of it. I've never made one before, so I've been searching online, and there's one that I liked more than the others, and I'm just going to change it up a little bit, and I want to show you how I put it all together. Okay, so what I have before me here are the ingredients I want to go over with you. As you know, this is baby bok choy. It's a beautiful head. I'm really pleased with it. I'm also going to use fresh ginger, and I have about 2.5 tablespoons of butter. And this I may or may not use. I'm going to try it. This is lime. I have 5 cloves of garlic. I also have baby bella mushrooms. You could use whatever mushrooms you like. And then I also have 4 green onions here. And I had some ramen noodles that I just put in a bag, kind of smashed them up a little bit because I don't want the long strands in my soup. I'm also going to use a little bit of sesame seed oil, a little Worcestershire sauce, some hot pepper flakes, salt and pepper, and chicken broth. And what I'm going to do now is get everything prepared, and then I'll get right back with you. All right, so I have my Dutch oven heating up, and I'm going to take my butter and put it in here. And then while that's melting down, I'm going to take about a teaspoon. I don't want a lot of oil in this. I don't want it very oily, but I want to get some flavor. And this is sesame, so it's going to give it that nice nutty flavor. So that's about a teaspoon of oil there. Okay, I'm going to increase my heat, get these two blended together. All right, and then what I like to do is I always like to take my red pepper flakes and put them in first. This way they start cooking. I'm probably going to use a small amount. I'm not using any tomatoes in here. I do love red pepper flakes with tomatoes, but it'll be too strong for the chicken flavor here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do I'm starting with the vegetables. I'm going to add my mushrooms. I want to mix them well and get them coated. Increase the heat. I don't think they make electric burners like they used to. This is the second one we had to buy for this stove. It's only been here 5 years. A little disappointed, but it is what it is. Okay, and to that, I do want to add a little bit of Worcestershire. I love the flavor of Worcestershire and mushrooms. So I'm going to probably add maybe about maybe a teaspoon of that. Now we're getting a nice sizzle. Oh, it smells so good already. Okay, and now what I'm going to add is my bok choy. What I did with the bok choy, I cleaned it. It's like leeks. A lot of sand gets right in between those leaves, so make sure you wash it well. I cut them into small pieces, so I'm going to take them, put it in here. And this is where the cooking time is going to really take place, is in the beginning, where you want to cook down your vegetables. Because the bok choy does need time to cook, wilt, and get softened, especially the core end of it. I'm going to now add my garlic. As you can see, a lot of things are getting added in the beginning, which makes it just so much easier. You don't have to worry about different steps and different times where you have to add your vegetables. Okay, and then now I'm going to also add in my green onions. And I want to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. What I will do is season it as I go along. And then I'm going to add my ginger. Now I'm going to use my microplane. I'm not putting too much in. I like ginger, but not a lot of it because it is strong. Okay, and now here's all the ginger right inside there. So now I've added all of the vegetables, and this is going to take a little bit time to cook. I'm going to start out with about 10 minutes, and then I will check them. And if they're not ready, I'll let them go a few more, but I want everything tender. And then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so now I've been checking the soup along the way. It did take really only about 10 minutes, and everything is fork tender. I've got the core. This is the core of the bok choy, and it's fork tender, and also the mushrooms. But remember, they're going to cook more too, because now what I'm going to do is add the broth. And you notice that I always use the lower sodium or no sodium at all added to the soup. So we're going to go with this. That's why I like using these, because then I know how much salt I can use during the cooking time. All right, so I think I am going to add the other one now because I do have the ramen noodles that I'm going to have to cook in there, and they're going to absorb a lot of the moisture or water from the broth from the soup. So what I will do is I'm going to increase the heat, bring it to a boil, and then I turn it down to a simmer, and I'm going to let it cook for a while, maybe 10 to 12 minutes, and I'll get right back to you. Now my soup has been simmering for about 15 minutes. I let it go a little longer because what I did was I added off camera a little more ginger, a little more sesame oil, and also some pepper. And it does taste excellent. So now I'm going to add in my ramen noodles. These will probably take about 7 minutes to cook per the instructions that I read. And the next thing I'm going to do, and I believe the reason why lime juice is used is to freshen up this flavors in the soup. So I have probably a teaspoon in there. I'm just going to add it because I think it really could use it. And if I need, oh, smells great. And if I need to, I'll just squeeze some more and then I'll add it to the soup. So now, again, I'm bringing it back to a boil, and then I need the ramen noodles to cook. All right, the bok choy soup is done. The ramen noodles are cooked tender. Everything is just ready for serving. So I'm going to plate this up. Look at that. Oh, and it smells wonderful. That lime juice, which I was a little concerned about, you see, that's why I don't like them long. I was concerned about it at first. I thought it was going to be overwhelming, but it is not. In fact, I did go back and I added a little more, another teaspoon, and it just really brought out the flavors. Ooh, this is hot. Okay, so I've got to take a picture of this. And then once I do that, then we're going to taste it. Okay, here's the soup. It looks gorgeous, full of vegetables, and I know the flavors are going to be great. So now it's time for the taste test. Okay, the soup is still pretty hot. I can't lift the bowl. Start with the broth. Oh, that's nice. The lime really does freshen it up. It just brings out a slight acidic flavor, and it brings all the flavors together. Okay, now I'm going to go in for some mushrooms. Mmm. Has a little bit of a crunch to it, which I like. I don't like mushrooms that are super soft, so these came out perfect. And now the bok choy. Nice little helping there. Mmm. Totally tender. It's perfect. You got to give this soup a try. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make this bok choy soup. It's super simple. It is so delicious. Give it a try. And please share my videos. I'm kind of struggling around a certain number right now. Get my name out there so you can help my channel grow and I can continue to bring you more recipes and show you cooking techniques and so on and so forth. But I want to thank you all very much. For those of you who have subscribed, I do appreciate all your support. Remember, enjoy life and never stop learning. Bye now.